Well, hello friends. Welcome back to my channel and into my home. So after a week and a half of being sick, I'm almost feeling back to my old self. I'm still a little bit stopped up, as you may be able to tell, but at least I have my voice back, right? Now, I'm ready to jump in and get my house reset. I have areas in the home that I've been neglecting, like this kitchen, and I also want to disinfect areas of my home to get rid of whatever germs that we had with this virus. So we all have periods of times when things inevitably get pooped up. And hey, that's okay. There's no damage done. In only a few hours, I can get my home reset so that I'm picking back up with my routines in a tidy space. We all have many occasions when our homes can feel like a tornado went through it. Parties, kids' sleepovers, decluttering spaces in our home, and when we're sick are just a few. As soon as I can, I like to get the house reset before these messes grow. I find that it's easier to neglect spaces when there's already messes. And we know that neglected spaces invites additional messes being left around. So let's get focused and get our homes reset to the level of tidy that you've determined to be comfortable to you and your family. I want to thank all of you who've reached out to check up on me. I am so thankful for the friendships that I have made here on my channel. With that being said, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle, and my channel is all about reclaiming peace in your life by building simple daily, weekly, and monthly routines. I show you how I did just that through the many challenging chapters of my life, including being a young mom, a homeschool mom, a single working mom, a remarried mom with a combined family of 7 kids, and now an empty nester with at least 1 or 2 grandkids in my home at any given day. I'm not here to pressure you to have a perfect home, but I am here to help you develop a plan to have a functional, tidy home. If this type of content interests you, I hope that you'll click on that subscribe button, and if you do, leave your name down in the comments because I really love getting to know each and every one of my new subscribers.
Just kiss my lips, enjoy the rush. Gotta go real hard, 'cause I'm living the dream. Living the dream, I'm living.
Last night I used this cast iron grill pan to cook some chicken in, so I need to go ahead and get this cleaned up. As you may know, cast iron and water don't mix well, so this is how I clean my cast iron. I put it back on the heat to melt the oils, and while it's heating, I cover the bottom of the pan with coarse sea salt. I then bundle up a wad of aluminum foil, and I use that to scrub the bottom of the pan. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with this pan because it's very difficult for me to clean it and to keep it seasoned like I can my regular flat-bottom cast iron skillet. I do have a tool to help with this, but while I was filming this, I misplaced it, but I do find it here in just a minute, and I'll share it with you. Now, once I've cleaned this, I season it well with some canola oil or some vegetable oil, and then I set it upside down in a 350 oven for about an hour, and then I just let it cool off from there.
I'm slowly fading through the smoke. I can't hear myself think. Now every day since I woke up, I can finally see I'm alright. I'm alright. Demons enter
So here is my well-seasoned flat bottom skillet. I've had this for several years now. Do you have a cast iron skillet that you season? And if so, tell me how you season yours without it becoming sticky. We got tired of buying the gallon jugs of distilled water, so we used this pan to boil water in so that we had water for our neti pots.
Smoking, I can hear myself think I'm
So who here is ready to have a frank discussion? I want to share about a subject that I often get asked on here, so stay tuned for that chat.
don't have anything. Then it's quiet. 'Cause they are lying. Oh, so quiet. They are lying.
This morning when I woke up, I put in a load of white towels to be bleached. So I'm going to go and I'm going to switch those over to the dryer and put in our sheets. And then I'm going to spray some Tide antibacterial fabric spray on our mattress and our pillows.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, found my way, my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, found my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way.
Okay, before I move on, I want to show you the cast iron skillet. Now this is several hours later, but I don't want to forget to show it. So here are the two products that I use on my cast irons. The silicone sleeve, it's so helpful because we know that cast iron gets very hot. And this tool, it's just right for scraping off all those little bits that are in between the grooves. I also use the curved side on the corners, and the flat side I use on my flat cast iron. So next month I'm headed to Alaska for my son's wedding, and then in September we're having my middle daughter's wedding here. Now these glass vases are something that we're trying out to see if we want to use them for decor on the tables.
I know the next morning when the sun goes up, it might be the last day of you and me. You're lying next to me with heavy eyes while I shiver.
This pink thing is a studio light. I'm in the process of selling all the products in my photography studio, and this is one of the things that I'm selling.
Let it go. If I could, I would turn back time. If I could, I would take it all back. If I could, I would bring back all the memories, not just only in my dreams. Oh, if I could.
I'm almost out of this daisy scent, and then I'm moving on to a new one. I'm almost sure I picked up the rose scent.
You know nothing at all about what's going down. Oh, like a shipwreck, I cut the sails loose. You're lying.
Okay, let's go ahead and have that frank discussion. I often get asked how to implement routines when you have older teenagers or adults living in your home. They're consistently making messes, but they aren't contributing to cleaning them up. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to spend some time explaining how I did this when I had kids and adult kids living in my home. So first, I want to encourage you to draw a line in the sand. Now, not only draw a line in the sand for those living in your home, but you also need to draw a line in the sand for yourself. You do not deserve to be the sole housekeeper, and I say housekeeper with air quotes, because a real housekeeper is being paid, and unless you're getting paid, you should not be expected to be the only housekeeper of a home with teenagers and adults living there. You need to recognize that so that you don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. Trust me, we all can become blinded to who is really taking care of the home when it isn't brought to our attention.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
All right, so let me tell you about my experience of having teenagers and young adults living in my home and how I set up routines for them. So, as you can imagine, it does not go over well if you hand over a chore chart to these older kids, especially if they aren't already accustomed to following routines. So, what we need to do is find a way to get the point across that we are not housekeepers and we all need to pitch in equally.
Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see her. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Feel the air get thinner. I'm standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. So let us dance this night away.
A few years ago, I had a daughter and her family that moved back into the home with us. And I also had a daughter that had not quite moved out of the home. And I had a high schooler that I was homeschooling. So we had quite a few people in our home at that time. So rather than delegating a chore to each family member, I went ahead and I made a list of deep cleaning chores that needed to get done. We spent every Saturday morning doing a deep clean of the house. Now each person initialed the chore after they completed it, and these chores were all in the common areas of our home that we shared. If you don't specify this in that way, then they will most likely go into their rooms, shut the door, and say that they're cleaning their room. Then they'll draw it out to an all-day deal, so that way they don't have to help with the other parts of the house. So the way that I did this was the chores were all in the common areas of the home. On Saturdays, they would get up and we would all work together to get this list done. Now, during the week, they were expected to take care of their rooms and also to take care of their laundry.
When you feel like it's over and nothing else matters, I know you feel so divided. Pick yourself up again, you better start walking, girl. Open up your step and hear you talk, girl. You are meant to fight and give it up now, even though it seems there's no way out.
So if you're wondering, I'm on week 3 of this nail polish. These are the nails that I did right before we left for Disney vacation. In next Sunday's video, I'll be changing out the polish for a new color, but I just wanted you to see how well these held up.
Girl, go make your move. There's nothing left to prove. I know that you will find your love again. Don't be ashamed to cry. Hold your head up high. I know that love will save the day. When you feel like you're stranded at the edge of the world.
Okay, so now we're heading back into the laundry room so that I can switch the sheets over into the dryer. Now I do my best to unwind the sheets so that they can dry without getting wrinkled, but typically I don't wash the mattress pad along with the sheets, so I have a feeling that the overcrowding in the dryer is going to cause an issue.
There's no way out. Take a look in the mirror now. What do you see? You can be anything you want to be.
So you may remember me telling you that I was going to start using this Dawn Power Wash to clean my tub. And just as I expected, it is the best cleaner that I have found for this tub so far. I'm also going to be spraying in some Clorox cleanup just so that I can disinfect anything that may have gotten germy while we were sick. I'll also be bleaching down the sinks and the floor and around the toilets. Now, my intention is to clean away any of the germs that may be lingering. This virus started with little Lyndon, and then it passed through Madeline and Bethany's families, and also Michael and I got it. I suspect that we had rhinovirus and that it was caught from Disney World. It didn't matter where we were in the park. We were confronted with people all around us with the same symptoms that we had when we were sick. But thankfully, The Last of Us is finally healing up, and hopefully it won't be back around here anytime soon.
Things are well. What facts belong? It's hard to say. Your pattern is so hard to tell. But we're together, that's our game. Round and round and round we go. The dance ain't over, I'm sure we're still the same. Love the ways you make us whole. Would you say if things ain't right? Look away, look away. What's really going on? What's really going on? Would you tell me? Can't you say what's really going on? What's really going on?
I hope that you guys will hang out with me until the end, because I have a delicious steak salad recipe that I really want to share with you.
There's no sane ways, there's no explanations. I've got things I tend to moan. In these times, just please be patient. Be my shore, you be my home. Drag this out and build us up again. Put things right and let me go. No way of knowing if there's still time. Look away, look away. What's really going on? What's really going on? Would you tell me? Can't you say what's really going on? What's really going on? Look away, look away. What's really going on? What's really going on? Would you tell me? Can't you say what's really going on? What's really going on?
Okay, so let's continue on with my story. Now, there was a period of about 6 to 8 months that my bonus daughter and her family also came to live with us. So they were in addition to the family members that were already living in the home. They also got added into that Saturday routine, and it was at that time that I added in dividing dinner responsibilities to each family. So twice a week, each family would make a meal for the entire family. This helped me out so much because at that time we had 7 adults, 1 teen, 2 elementary kids, and an infant living in our home. So that was a lot of meals and a lot of food that needed to be cooked. So it really helped me out to be able to divide those meals up among the 3 families that were living in the home. As I've told you, routines have been a lifesaver to me. This is why I'm passionate about them, and it's why I'm passionate about teaching them, because I know the amount of sanity that they've saved me. So for my friends out there who have a desire to implement routines in your home, but you have resistance from older kids or adults, I would strongly suggest that you start out with a weekly cleaning list, and also with an explanation as to why this is the new deal and that we need to all pitch in to get it done as a team. Just as I expected, these sheets got balled up in the dryer, so some of them are still wet. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back into the dryer, and then we'll finish up in here. Alright, so now I'm going to use the Clorox wipes, and I'm going to get the toilet and around the toilet all disinfected.
Work is almost over, summer's getting closer. No time to be sober, sunshine on my shoulders. I'm alive and breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high.
Instead of using the 2 different mop heads, I decided I was going to use my Swiffer mop, and I'll just wrap around a Clorox wipe to clean the floor. That way I can spray on some additional Clorox cleanup onto the floor and just throw away the wipe.
No time to be sober, sunshine on my shoulders. I'm alive and breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high. Staying in this moment, though it's hard sometimes, but I work it out every once in a while. I feel the love, I feel it growing every day. I feel the love, I feel the love. I hope it never goes away. I feel the love. Baby, what's your number? I wanna go under. Making you a memory, that's really all I need. Alive and breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high. I'm staying in this moment, though it's hard sometimes, but I work it out every once in a while. I feel love. I feel love.
So while I fold these towels, let me tell you about another thing that I implemented with all my kids, no matter their age. Instead of picking up after everyone and putting their things in their room, I had a basket that I placed everyone's misplaced items in. I would leave it in an area that I didn't have to look at it, but they knew where it was. If the things in there were important, the owner would reclaim it. But regardless, that basket was always added to the Saturday morning cleaning list where everyone was told to remove their items.
You know that I wanna be good for you. You know that I wanna be good for you. I do. But sometimes someone was bad for me. Sometimes someone was bad. Oh, can't you see? I'm just being weak. I think you know that I care for you. I think you know that I care for you. I do. But sometimes I can't be there for me. Sometimes I can't be there, baby, can't you see that I'm just being me? Sometimes we're just colliding and we keep on fighting, but we'll be okay, 'cause we got unconditional love. Sometimes we're just crying, but we'll keep on trying. I know we'll be okay, 'cause we got unconditional love. Damn, I don't wanna be mad on you. No, I don't wanna be mad on things you do. But sometimes I need what's best for me.
Sometimes I need what's best. Baby, can't you see? Can't be there when you weak. No, no, no. Yes, I want you to be here for me. Of course I want you to be here. Don't disappear. Sometimes I need you strong for me. Sometimes I need you strong when I'm on my knees. Oh, baby, please. I don't question your love, I know it's there. And even if we don't agree, I know you care. Cause baby, you and me, we meant to be. You don't question my love, you know it's there. And even if we don't agree, you know I care. Cause baby, you and me, we meant to be. It's you and me, unconditional love. You and me, unconditional love. Sometimes we just colliding and we keep on fighting, but we'll be okay, cause we got unconditional love. Sometimes we just crying, but we'll keep on trying. I know we'll be okay, cause we got unconditional love.
All right, so now we're at the end of successfully resetting my home, and now I'm ready for a new week of following my routines. If you're new here and you would like to know more about my routines, I'm going to link a playlist above and again at the end of this video. They will help you to understand what my routines are and how I've arranged them to work for me.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel.
Okay, so here's another recipe from MEALIME. This is a steak salad with charred broccoli, celery, tomatoes, and blue cheese. And these are the simple ingredients for this 2-serving meal. I used 5 ounces of baby spring mix. I also have some broccoli florets, 3 celery sticks, some Dijon mustard, garlic, and red pepper flakes, and a splash of lemon. And then you're going to use a steak of your choice. I'll also be adding in some blue cheese crumbles. I just haven't pulled those out of the refrigerator yet. If you don't already know, MEALIME is an app that I use on my phone. I've purchased the paid app, but for several months I used the free app and I got many delicious meals out of it.
Blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see. Bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down. Just go on and tell me, get into my eyes. I'm everything you need. I'm everything you need. You usually don't share any secrets. Suddenly you're an open book. When I struggle to find the words, you get me completely.
This is the dressing that I'm mixing up for the salad. I forgot to put the lemon juice in, but you'll see me do that here in a bit.
Track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same. The blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see. Bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling.
I pulled out about 2 servings of this broccoli, and I'm going to go ahead and break it down into more bite-sized pieces.
Need, you need, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need, you need, I'm everything you need, bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need, we're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes, I'm everything.
You're going to want to go ahead and broil this, but you need to keep your eye on it because you only want it to get crispy on the little ends of the broccoli.
We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need.
Okay, I'm going to use a paper towel and dry off both sides of the steak, and then I'm going to sprinkle it with a generous portion of salt and pepper before I stick it onto the cast iron skillet and cook it up. Now, my husband and I like our steaks to be a medium rare, so it's going to be red when I cut it up. Don't worry about that. That's the way that we like it.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely, losing track of space and time.
So if you notice, while I'm cooking, I'm cleaning in between steps. I do this so that way I don't have a huge mess to clean up at the end of dinner.
Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need.
Okay, so now I've remembered the lemon juice, so I'm going to go ahead and put about a tablespoon in here.
Into my eyes, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need. You usually don't share any secrets, suddenly you're an open book. When I struggle to find the words, you get me completely. It's like I've known you forever, so I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins, and then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes.
Alright, so I'm going to do a quick check of the temperature, and then we'll continue on getting those salads ready.
Everything you need, everything you need, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need, bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need, we're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on.
Okay, so it's looking perfect. Now typically you would take the meat off of the grill and then you need to let it rest for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it up because we are starving and I'm ready to show you what this meal looks like.
We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes, I'm everything you need.
Well, friends, I want to thank you so much if you stuck with me until the end. If you have, would you please give me an emoji down in the comment box? That way I can thank you personally. It really helps my channel when you watch straight through and you take time to engage with me down in the comments. Many of you already do this for me every single week, and I appreciate you so much. I hope that I'm giving you as much inspiration and motivation that you give me down in the comments. Remember, it's never too late to set up routines and get some peace back into your home. If you need any help with this, head over to the playlist at the end of this video. It will take you step by step through the program. I'll see you again next Sunday. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.